So what's going on today here?
Well, we put the new valve cover on, and this is the cam cover.
Yeah.
We took the old one off. We're going to put the new one on here shortly.
Okay.
And we made this was insulation, so we made a plate. It's just going to be bolted on with 2 bolts.
Okay.
And that'll keep the cold air from getting inside.
Okay.
And then we put the pan in place and marked around
Okay.
where the diff sits. So if you cut a hole and save the cover, or the metal you take out, then you put a band in here and you weld it and put that same cover over top. Now you don't need a sledgehammer to put a dent in there for your
Diff.
Your diff will fit right in there.
Okay. So.
And always leave a little hole, like right here. So if you get water or oil or anything in, it can run out.
Okay.
And the idea of a round cover versus a square one is these old Pelicans hardly got enough power for high gear. So when you're pushing snow, it'll run around it.
I see.
So
that makes sense.
Make it
Yeah.
round, not square.
Okay. So you're thinking well in advance there. I would have went square,
Yeah.
not
Well,
thinking of that, and but
what
that's the
my dad
difference.
said to me today. You got to keep thinking all the time because you can screw up very easily.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. I would have never thought of that, but I was actually looking at this earlier thinking, why did he make it round? But yeah, that's the reason.
Okay, this one here has a 35 or 36% wore out engine on it. And the other wide gauge was supposed to be a top of the line motor, but it's 26% wore out. So neither one can be boosted up with a 240 head and a 4-barrel carburetor because they'll blow up.
Okay.
So you drive these until they quit.
Okay.
Then you overhaul the engine,
Yeah.
pull the transmission out at the same time, put it back in, good for 10 years.
Okay. So we are experiencing some rain here in the Paw for a change. One of our first big dumps of rain. But earlier this morning, Dad pulled out the 1966 wide gauge and did the compression test. And we're not going to walk out there right now because, well, it's pouring rain. But we need this rain because everything's so dry around here. But it was parked in the Bombardier shed, which is over there. And you said how much it was down?
It's 26% wore out.
Okay, so this one here is 35%.
Yeah, 35.
And that one's 26%. So compression tests, guys, you got to, you're buying a new Bombardier, do yourself a favor, get a mechanic to do a compression test. You'll know what the survivability of your engine is. So you're not going to put in a new carb, you said, in either one of these.
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, new carbs, but we're not going to put any 4-barrel intake and manifolds or 4-barrel carburetors.
The reason being
Because these engines won't take it. Okay, Coop, you want to get on this now? That's got a burr on it there now. You can put light in there if you want. And did you see the line that I drew there? What you can do is either take a hacksaw and cut that and we'll just bend it over, or you can burr it. But this has to be burred out to the line.
Okay, so Coop's going to get his safety glasses on and he's going to do some burring here with one of the tools. Make that nice and neat so nobody cuts their hand. Are you going to put this in or no?
No, not right now.
Okay.
If you kneel down here, Ralph, just a minute, I'm going to get the pad. Kneel down here and look underneath, you'll see how much the diff hangs down.
Okay.
It's lower than the floor.
Yeah. That's standard though on.
They're all the same, so you have to make a trough for it to sit in.
And so that's the piece of tin Dad just pointed out here, right here.
Yep. So the diff sits in that hole.
So they're gonna get that installed, and they're going to tack weld it and then get that. So this piece is in. It's already been welded in.
Yeah, this is all tack welded in. It's got to be finished welding, but we'll keep going ahead from here.
Okay, so there you go. Raining in the shop. Dad's got his hired man working, and we're gonna see what else they're up to.
Of course, it's blades are in.
So the compression test was done on this machine. This is the 1966 wide gauge, and Dad rolled it out of the Bombardier shed here over here to do his compression test. They would have pulled it onto the pad and used everything there. So it's just parked out of the way right now, and Dad wants to be able to get at this here soon. We still got to fix another customer's vehicle and that Bombardier as well. So that's yeah, that's where we stand.